Hello there, folks, and welcome again to Into the Ashwell, episode 12. This is our season 1 finale with TorchbearerGaming. I'm Axel, our DM as usual. I'm joined by 3 of our players again. 4 players this time, not 3. Correction. We had 3 last time. We were short a player. We have 3 veterans and 1 new player. So you'll recognize 3 of our people, but we've got 1 new person. They tried to be in a session previously, but due to some technical difficulties with a keyboard, they couldn't quite participate. RIP keyboard. And I know it's been a while since our last episode. That was due to me being sick for almost an entire month, and I'm sorry about that. I hope you guys are still out there waiting and listening. So I guess that's about it. If you watched episode 11, you'll remember that we left off on a bit of a cliffhanger. 3 of the party members for today were literally in that session and just exited the Ashwell Keep to see smoke rising from Hearthmoor, and are now rushing on their way back to the city to find out what's going on. Before we get back to that part of the roleplay, we'll find out who's in our session tonight, so who wants to go first?
Why, hell. Oh, you wanna go?
Oh, you go.
Oh, yeah, sure?
I'm sure.
I believe in you, Lily.
I know you do.
Oh, boy. Well, hello there, gentle people, ladies, yeah. It's me, your boy, Welburd. It's been a while. Me, the neutrally evil goblin ranger, you know, the commando. You know me. If you don't, then, well, hello there. You're in for a treat. I think my voice is a bit off right now. Lucky beans. Oh, yeah, that's a bit better. Well, I grew up in Gobblefire. A bit of an orphan, you know. Just like most people over there. I had a buddy I knew that had a mother, actually. It was surprising. She got crushed in the factory by like a bunch of pistons. It didn't last long. That's what happens. You know, I had quite a few people actually that happened. I didn't know why they didn't just change that. The thing was like covered in goblin blood all the time, nice and dried, you know. But it kind of rusts. But yeah, I've been lying, cheating, stealing, sneaking, etc., since I was born. Because that's really kind of how you get by in that city. But once I finally got enough coin, I got out of there. I got straight out of there. Went to a mercenary company. Used all the talents I got back in the city, and really kind of did a good job there. I kind of work as like a scout, assassin, track people, you know. Good at finding people in the city. I don't like it out in the wilderness. It's just not as easy, you know. But a lot of coin went through this place, Hearthmoor. It's kind of on fire right now. I don't know how many coins are going through it right now. The smoke, but that's like, who knows. So, quite a while ago, I came here, go to Ashwell. Wasn't scared to get there. Sorry about that. But I ain't scared, and yeah, here I am. I like wealth, everything, coin, arts, shiny things, fancy crowns. You know, I like good food. I hate like shitty rations, anything that's just like musky and dry, like that. But problem with that is I can't save, you know, anything. I love it, so I cannot hold back my money. Yeah, that's I think that's good enough for me.
Alright, and who wants to go next?
Well, this is Lilith, Swansong, human bard. Chaotic neutral. Who am I? That's a great question. You'll never get a firm answer. Nobody knows where I come from and what drives me, and that's the way I like it. Most of what I let anybody know is that I'm different. I'm going to keep doing things. Occasionally I work for the Ordo Velatrum, and they do well by me, and I generally do well by them. And even they don't know that I'm trying to accomplish. Sometimes I'm just faceless, quiet, working in the background for them. Other times I'm a trickster, running rampant. Everybody is right in that, but nobody's quite. When I'm not busy flying into the Ashwell, I like singing, dancing, acting, rhymes and poetry in any form. Don't like is anybody who doesn't get what I like. Dull. What's my madness? Well, you'll never see me without a mask on my face. Mask determines my personality. Who I am behind that mask is riddle for everyone. What my intentions are even more hidden than that.
Indeed. Lilith and her masks, always different, always changing. Rift, you're last of the three veterans.
Yes. I will be playing Kakkaaz, the chaotic evil Gnoll warlock. Kakkaaz hails from the far northern Dreadmaw mountains that were once home to the Jotun of old. The giants have nearly died off now, leaving these vast snowy lands as open as hunting grounds. Kakkaaz was quite the accomplished tracker and hunter who felled many beasts. And yet he never felt satisfied with his quarry. Fate twisted for Kakkaaz on a night when the moon shone bright in the sky. Artemisia surely smiled down upon him, for he found prey suitable to his prowess. Man. A group of explorers had blundered into his tribe's lands, a mistake they paid dearly for, as Kakkaaz tracked the men for many days, picking them off one by one until only a few remained. Huddled in a frozen cave, the men feared for their lives. Kakkaaz came upon them like the fury of the raging storm outside. When the deed was done and the caverns were slick with blood, an instinct woke within Kakkaaz, as well as a deep hunger. He feasted upon his prey gluttonously. He drew the attention of an otherworldly being with his display of prowess and vice, and swore himself to this being in exchange for even further power. Now Kakkaaz has been sent where prey is plentiful to hunt and slate his hunger in the name of his patron. Also, shit's on fire, yo! He likes meat, eggs, carving small sculptures from bone, hard liquor, winter winds, snow, hunting, and tracking. He dislikes veggies, fruit, wine, old people, children, horses, trapping, and waiting. His madness. He eats people. I don't know what else to say about that one.
Yes. He believed by consuming his enemies he gains their power.
Yes.
And that brings us to our last person and our newest. Koros, go ahead.
Well, hello. My name is Gigatru Egrim. I'm a bugbear, I'm a wizard, and I would like to consider myself a bit of a chaotic good sort of man, you know. Background in herbalism. As for backstory, well, that's a long story. I hail from the western wilderness, and I abandoned my tribe when I came of age because, to be honest with you, bloodshed and tribal fights and wars don't really interest me. I never took to it, and I'm not very good at it. I don't like violence unless I can avoid it. If I can't, well, then you better square up. But I must have spent over a decade wandering the plains and mountains alone. But eventually I was found by someone else, an elderly mystic. And I traveled with her, and in time I became her pupil. I learned a lot from her. She taught me everything I know, every spell, every arcane bit of knowledge that I have, I learned from her. We became good friends. And I thought that I would have spent a long time in her care, but unfortunately, as most people do, she grew old. And she died. Before she died, she did tell me that I needed to come to Hearthmoor. Not only was it the best place for me, she said, I would learn more things about her, because in all of our time as a pair, I never did truly know her past, even though I freely gave her mine. But she said that everything that I would need to know would be there. So, after I gave her a proper send-off, I packed my bags and I headed straight here. What I did not expect was the whole place to be ablaze. It's going to be very interesting. As for likes, well, I like knowledge. I love learning new things and learning new ideas and old ones as well. I love herbs and I love fluffy cute things, especially my cat, Snuggle Wumpkins. He's my familiar and my companion on this long road. As for things I don't like, well, I don't like toads. They're too bulbousy and slimy and just, ugh. I hate vines, to be honest. I hate thorny plants, and I hate rice. I would much rather have bread than rice. It gets way too deep into my teeth, and I just can't pick them out sometimes. And I hate bandits. I think if you're going to steal someone's gold, you should probably do it in a less violent way, I suppose. But I don't like when people steal things either. But my madness, well, I don't know if it's a madness, but I am compulsively honest, and I'm a bit naive, or so I've been told. But that's all you need to know about me, I suppose. I'm just a large, fluffy 7'3" bugbear, and I'm here to be a friend.
Excellent. Oh,
Wonderful.
poor Skinky True. Alright, and that's our 4 characters for tonight. This will be a fun one. With that aside, we will now move to the map.
I think we're going to find it pretty hot when we get back there.
And yes, that's where we will now be kicking back to Welburd, Kakkaaz, and Lilith as they burst back into the town after having seen smoke rising from the distance. They enter the city gates and make their way towards where the smoke's rising from. At whatever pace they choose, I think.
Well, Bert, did we miss a 420 celebration?
Oh, was that yesterday? What today? Oh. 420 what? By the way, what?
Oh, nothing.
Well played. But as you're all making your way towards this in the town, and Skigatru will already be there because you just came to town and you were like, "Where's the best place to go as a newcomer in town?" And you get pointed in this direction, and you all arrive at the now burned ruins of the Leaky Bitch.
Well,
As locals are now like bucketing out from a well nearby to try and put out the buildings next to it.
Is it my fault?
No.
it's like, I'm gonna look around and be like, well, not what I expected, but... And I'm gonna rush over and grab a bucket and try to help.
Alright.
Oh my God, Sheila, Tammy, Winston. Winston? Well, yeah, him. What's your name again? And the other couple. I don't remember their names. Are they all right?
But yes, you see a big crowd of people gathered around where the Leaky Bitch would be, and the smoke is kind of dwindling now, but you can see where a couple of other buildings nearby are still aflame. But as you kind of push your way through the crowd and make your way up to the front, you can see that the building is... there's nothing left hardly, just shambling pieces in ash.
Well, do I see anyone that seems to be, like an innkeep or something?
The innkeep himself did manage to make it out of the wreckage, and he's just kind of standing there with his head in his hands, like looking at the burned down building. And he's a halfling, kind of a portly, little bearded man.
Okay. Well, excuse me, sir. And I'm gonna walk up to him and say, like, I'm sorry, but are you okay? I mean, the building's not, but I'm just hoping that you are.
I managed to get out of the fire before it got too bad, but I don't know about all the others. And he kind of looks around and he kind of starts picking people out of the audience, of the crowd, and as like other employees, obviously. Like you can tell a couple of them are dressed like barmaids. They've got the kind of the apron and stuff and they're a little bit soot covered and ashy, but for the most part they look mostly fine. There's one young woman that's on the ground and is being treated. She looks like a kind of spindly young human. She's got some burn markings and stuff like that. She looks like she's being treated by a local priest.
Okay.
But she was rather scantily clad, so you get the inclination that she must have been some kind of entertainer, obviously.
Yeah, probably. Do you think anyone else is inside?
And he just kind of like hangs his head and he's like, I don't think the old woman made it out.
Well, I can certainly find out for you. And I'm gonna snap my fingers and my familiar is gonna pop out. Snuggle Wumpkins, which I don't know what Snuggle Wumpkins looks like.
He's like a Persian. He's a big fluffy white cat.
I'm gonna turn to him and say, "Alright, Snuggles, first job that I have for you today, can you do me a favor and go inside and see if you can find somebody else in there?"
He just kind of starts plodding over the fire.
Don't give me that, we're supposed to be good people. No, go on.
It's like the angriest, just unhappy, fluffy cat ever.
Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna go a little bit a limp on you, so don't freak out. And I'm gonna use my action. I'm gonna go blind and deaf, and I'm gonna sit by the owner, and I'm gonna see through Snuggle Wumpkin's eyes as he goes through.
Yep. So the cat's kind of picking his way through the fireplace, and that's when you guys will get kind of pushed through the crowd. So you see the barkeep. What was his name? Barleybeard? Yeah. Just brain farted on his name.
Isn't it Burn?
Harald Barleybeard. Standing there with a large to some of you, Bugbear, and about the same height as you for Rift. Bugbear sitting next to him with his eyes closed, just kind of concentrating, and he doesn't seem to be really aware of his surroundings currently, and there's a cat, you see just this white cat kind of jumping through the ashy pile of junk.
Can I roll a perception check to see if I can find anything?
Yeah, give me a minute
With
for that.
Snuggle?
Hey, Barley Bear, did you hire an
Nope.
animal act?
Welburd will be screaming and yelling like, "Oh my god! Put out the embers! There can still be stuff salvageable in there!"
Wilburd's like, no!
The boobs! The boobs!
And then you notice one of the whores is over there injured, and you're like, no!
Ah! He's just freaking the fuck out.
But Snuggle can't find shit.
Snuggles is digging around.
I have to ask, does this place smell well done or overcooked?
There's a strange scent to it that actually is familiar currently because you all kind of smell like it.
All sort of phoenixy.
Some kind of not normal fiery.
Well, if
And then-
Snuggle can't... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna... As you guys are doing all your stuff, Snuggles is searching, you guys are... Welburd's freaking out, Kakkaaz is just kind of surveying and sniffing about. Lilith, what are you doing?
Nope.
She's sort of looking around, thinking, if everybody else has been anointed by the phoenix, I'm going to be really...
You're also cutting off a little bit at the end of your sentences sometimes. Might want to go into your TeamSpeak settings and just put on like the couple milliseconds of time after you let go of the button.
Yeah, will do.
But, if Snuggle can't find anything, I'm gonna go back into myself and I'm gonna open up my eyes and say, like, well, unfortunately I can't seem to find anything with the cat, but let me see something. And I'm gonna pull out what looks to be an old tome, and it's gonna kind of... I'm gonna pull it out of my bag with a hand, but at the same time the hand's gonna leave it, and the tome's gonna kind of float in midair, and it's gonna kind of flip pages, and I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic on the
Well, yourself.
yes.
Alright, so you're gonna start casting detect magic. The cat did find something right before you started, like, you cut off with it. It found a rocking chair with a corpse in it. And the rocking chair is strangely unburnt. But it was sitting right next to the remnants of a hearth.
I'm gonna, while I am casting, gonna tell the innkeep, was the old woman in a rocking chair?
He just kind of nods slowly.
I'm
That's...
sorry, my friend.
It's to be expected. She was old enough that I didn't think she would get out of the fire, but she owns the building. I'll have to contact her next of kin.
Alright. Well, something odd about this place is afoot. If you would allow me, I would like to cast a spell and see if I can find anything else.
If there's anything you can tell us, I'd be happy to know. I was out back getting some grain when the fire started. I didn't see who said it.
Alright, did you hear anything? Smell anything interesting?
There was a fight breaking out on the floor, which is why I was rushing back in, but by the time I came in, the flames that had already engulfed part of the room, and there were several dead men.
Okay.
Some of the other adventurers claimed that some armored men came bursting out of the basement and attacked the place, but I don't know how they would get in through the basement.
Out of the basement? Interesting.
Yes, you finish casting Detect Magic, and as you do so, other than people in the crowd and stuff like that, you do detect magic from the rocking chair that your cat found.
Okay.
It seems to be magical, which is why it's not burnt to a crisp.
Alright, I'm gonna move over to it and see if I can figure out what kind of school of magic or spell this is.
Okay, well... You have to kind of pick your way through the burnt ash and stuff, crumbled up parts of buildings and tables and stuff, but you finally do make your way to this, what's left of it, like the hearth area with old lady's body laying in it, burnt to a crisp. But the chair is untouched, and you can identify it pretty easily without even really having to try with the detect magic and everything. It's living wood.
Interesting. Do I know anything about living wood?
It's generally wood that comes from like treants or dryads, trees, and things like that. So it's fey-related wood.
Okay. Well, I'm going to gingerly and respectfully pick up the corpse off the chair. I'm going to lay her down on the ground.
Okay.
I'm going to poke at the chair with my staff.
The chair doesn't react at all. It's just a chair. It's just made out of magical wood.
Okay. I'm going to move over to the innkeep and say, did you know that her rocking chair is magical?
Oh, the old lady had, she was quite the seer in her time, so she made her rounds, so I'm not surprised. I'm sure she spent some time wandering the realms and gathering artifacts of her own.
Well, if I were you, I would probably hold on to that and give it to her next of kin.
Yes, I'm sure her daughter would appreciate that. If you would, she would also have a signet ring. If you could fetch that for me, I would be much appreciative.
Alright, well, I'll charge back. Do I see a signet ring?
Yes, the body has a ring on it.
Alright, I'm gonna... Is there magic on that or no?
No, it's just a silver ring.
Okay.
With an emblem etched onto it, like it's a you don't know it, but you can recognize that it's some kind of like noble house family etching.
Kakkaaz will meander up to the body, sniff it slightly, snort at it, just kind of mutter something about burnt meat, and walk away.
Yeah, Welburd will just be kind of like freaking out among the crowd, going into the building, starting to dig around while nobody's looking.
And eventually, finally, the crowd parts as somebody starts pushing their way through it.
Ooh, my bad.
Okay. And you recognize the form of course, Benjamin Strongheart pushing his way through the crowd. The local reeve. And he's kind of trying to break up. He's got a couple of other men with him that you don't recognize immediately, but I think some of you might have seen before, and those are Cornel Dulka and Noted Stoutflame. They are yeomen in the service of the Baron.
Wilbur's met him.
Okay. And they're kind of trying to get people to calm down and break up the crowd and move on. Nothing to see here. But they're also telling all the the local mercenaries and stuff that we're here to stay. So they're going to the commoners and being like, get out of here, there's nothing to see here, but then they find a mercenary and they're like, stay. We've got questions. But there's also a gathering of other yeomen that are among them. It's not just the two of them, those are just the only two you would recognize, possibly. The rest are just faceless helmets. All human except for Noden. Noden's kind of an enigma, a halfling serving a baron, a human baron. As a soldier, for that.
Hello, Nodin.
The other figure that follows them in that you recognize is Brendusa Lupe, the guildmaster of the Morningstar Guild. Which none of you but Welburd have met before, but you all know is a minor noble from the region.
Ah! Brendusa! Look what happened!
Mr. Shortnose, it's been some time, but... I don't know the particulars, but I came as soon as I heard from the reeve. I hear that... obviously, the bitch has burned, but... What of the Lady Negrescu? And that's when, of course, the barkeep turns and just kind of shakes his head and holds out the signet ring.
Lady Negrescu, Granny? Granny? No!
See, I want to look at the body and make a medicine check and see if it's, though burned, if it's an old lady's body or not.
Okay, go for it.
Wilbur collapses onto the ground.
Yeah, where do you get your go-go juice now?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you can identify it. It's an old woman.
Okay.
Human.
he never got to fuck her.
Huh.
He tried.
He goes
lot.
there.
He did. He did try. But yes, the old woman has died. And Brandusa kind of leans down and grabs the ring and shakes his head, and he's like, I'll have to inform her granddaughter. Sad times.
But now there's 2 leaky bitches we'll have to replace.
Shut up, that crap.
Oof!
Damn.
I'm gonna start doing some prayers for the old lady, just as just ancestors kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Spirits of nature watch over her spirit as it, passes and then take this body into your embrace kind of thing.
Yeah.
She was so old. A rarity for sure.
But yes, after some rousing, and finally the crowd does start to clear up, the yeomen start to question some of the mercenaries that were here at the time, and you guys are kind of milling about and doing your stuff and listening in. And after a while, finally, the story collects together that basically, whoever these men were, there were 4 armored men who burst in from the basement, which no one is quite clear how they got into the basement in the first place. And all started a battle with the random mercenaries that were about, warning them to stay away from the keep. And then set fire to the place with magic unlike that of any that has been seen by the people of the town, and fled back into the basement.
I want to go down to the basement and see if I can find anything.
Oh, trust me, that's where people are heading already now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like, the Reeve is basically going to be like, okay, these men are injured, and kind of gets all of you that are still in, battle shape. Kind of gathers all of you together, and he's like, let's go. See if they're down there, and gets everybody its battle ready down. Starts to descend into the basement, which it's a very narrow stairwell, so not very many people are going to be able to go down at once.
Well, I'm not much of a fighter, but I do know a few things about the arcane, mostly from books, of course, but I assume that you'll want help.
Arcanist is always welcome in times like these.
Right, excellent. Oh, by the way, I forgot to introduce myself to all of you. How rude of me. My name is Skikatru Igram, and this is my cat, Snuggle Wumpkins.
Wow.
Say hello, Snuggles.
Welbur's kind of over by the corpse right now. While he's introducing himself. Yeah, hello.
Did
Lilith
you
looks at
know
the cat.
Did
It
you
says-
know the deceased?
I did. She
I'm
was a
sorry.
fox.
Oops.
He will give her a kiss on the forehead, then sputter afterwards with a hint of ash.
I'm sorry for your loss, good sir.
Alright. But eventually you all descend into the basement along with the others, and they find that there is it's a good-sized wine cellar type area with a bunch of kegs and stuff. Like, you can tell it's meant to keep spirits cool down here. But towards the far end of the room, there seems to be an area where the wall has been opened up somehow. Like a tunnel was dug through here, but it seems like the tunnel's always been there, it's just they didn't know about it. It's like an old smuggling tunnel.
Does my detect magic come up with anything?
Nope, not in this area.
Ooh, a trapdoor. That's wonderful.
I wanna go get these bastards. Let's go through the hole.
Well, wait,
See-
hold on a moment. There's no reason to be hasty right now. We should probably scout it out before we go rushing in.
Hasty is my thing.
no point in rushing in. Are you new around here?
It hasn't
Oh,
hasn't
I
been
mean,
much of a
yes,
problem with me
yes, sir.
before.
I mean, yes, I am, actually. This is my first day here.
Interesting first day.
Oh boy, you newbie. Hey, can I borrow some money? You got plenty, right?
Yes, actually, I've got 21 gold pieces.
Oh yeah, I could use a little bit. I don't
Uh,
have
how-
much on me right now. Give me a nice meal.
Okay, of course. How much do you need? I'm not too sure of the prices here in Hearthmore.
Well, now that the bitch is gone, you probably have to get something at the orderable item. Maybe like 5 gold. They got fancy stuff there.
I'll give you 6 gold. How about that?
Oh, what a kind man.
Right, I'm gonna go into my purse and say like 1 moment, and I'm gonna pass him a stack of 6 gold pieces.
You're all just sitting there watching this, like
It's like yeah.
even the other mercenaries are just watching this, like, really? Like, is he serious?
And yeah, he hands him the gold.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
You're not from around here, are you?
No, actually, I'm from the wastes, where all the bugbear tribes are from right now.
You know, you're a good guy. I like you. You stick with me, and we'll get far.
Yep.
Well,
That-
thank you.
Hey, Welburd.
See, Snuggles, I've already made a friend, and I'm going to hug Verdun in a bear hug.
You're kind of big. He starts like kicking his feet as he's probably like off the ground.
Oh yeah, this is a goblin to a bugbear.
I mean, it's soft
You're
fur,
so
and it's like
fuzzy.
well perfume too. Like he seems to take care of himself.
You're so fuzzy. Can I pet you?
Well, of course you can.
Ah!
Kakkaaz.
You're like enjoying / hating this hug, and while you're doing that, of course, the cat's like clawing at you, like
Now,
and hissing.
Snuggles, be nice to our new friend.
So I'm guessing I get a bad karma from that.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You knew. You were like, yeah.
It's like, I know what's happening. I know where this is
I have
going.
more bad karma than good karma right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, Lilith can't
Does
stand
anyone
it.
else need
changes
some
her
gold?
mask.
Oh no. Before you can give away all your money, the Reeve goes, enough. We have to see where this tunnel leads. Come.
Oh, right.
And he lights up a torch and pulls out his short sword.
I can send Snuggles out ahead, and he can talk to me.
It's best you don't, where there might be traps.
Well, true, but I can always bring him back. It's not like he's a cat. He's more of a spirit in the form of a cat.
And without beans around, we can't rely on spot traps for us.
Exactly. If there's a hole, what are we gonna do? We'll never see it.
Alright, either way, you guys make your way through the tunnel. There don't seem to be any traps. Eventually the tunnel just kind of leads out to near the lake. Which on the map, you guys can see. Out to the cinder pool area.
You know, Skiki, you'll really help a man when he's feeling down. Your fur is so soft, it makes me feel better.
You guys come up that way, out of this other end of this thing, and one of the Reeve speaks with one of the yeomen, and the yeoman casts a like a small cantrip of some kind to fire off a flare to give away their position. And another one is returned from back at the Hearthmore area. And you start to make your way towards the main road, towards Ashwell Keep. So basically, you're going to be heading to here, towards the bridge.
Do we see any tracks on the way there?
Yeah, that's why they're heading that way. Like, it's super obvious. These guys were all heavy armored. It's big, heavy boots, and they weren't even trying to be stealthy.
So what? Seems like a lot of business about this keep. What exactly is this thing anyway? I've heard stories, but
And you can kind of immediately, you're asking the question and you look up, and on the mountainside you can just see this big ancient like structure with like walls and spires, and it looks kind of like a mixture between a castle and a church.
Well, that's an impressive...
But what's more daunting about it is, for some reason, coming from all the spires and all over the ceilings, there's chimneys, and there's just smoke and ash pouring up out of it, like it's got a bunch of fires going on inside.
Hmm. Can I roll an
It's not all
Arcana
that
check?
interesting, really. I mean, we spend all of our time there, but it probably won't interest.
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll Arcana.
I honestly don't know what the hell it is either. I just kind of work in it. It's a workplace, you see.
And your guys are standing downwind of it, so there is that like ashen but kind of too clean smell to it.
You kind of get used to it, though.
Yeah, with an Arcana like that, you can tell that like from the scent of this smoke and stuff like that, it's not natural fire that's creating it.
It's magic for sure, but I wonder what for.
Of course, it's magic.
So is this place abandoned, or is it some kind of hideout for ne'er-do-wells? Exactly is this place?
I don't think abandoned would ever be a good word to describe it. What do you think, Lily?
It's the theater in which we perform our life's work.
Oh, are you an actor or a dancer?
I am, in fact.
She's
What
beautiful.
plays have you done? I have read so many of them, but I've never seen one in person.
Well, then I've performed all of them that we've read.
I've never heard of read plays before, but interesting. You'll have to show me.
As you are all discussing, another party of people is coming up the road towards where you guys are meeting up here, and you can see this one's got a little more fanfare to it. Like there's more yeomen among them, and there's some like banners flying from some guys on horses. And they all kind of seem to be centered around some kind of figure on horseback. A human of some form, but you don't really get any distinct look at him before they stop, and the yeomen from your group and the Reeve all kind of approach, but they tell you to stay.
Oh boy, fancy boys.
And you see them bow, and you can immediately tell from the way that they're acting the Baron is there. But none of you have ever seen the Baron Ardelay in person. Only heard of him. He's quite young. He's only like in his mid-30s to late 30s. So having him be the Baron of a decently sized area of the country is quite unheard of. But his father did pass quite unexpectedly.
He
Such
must
is the
have
way
gotten
of
sick.
things.
But what you do know of the Baron, for the ones that have been here for a while, the Baron is a practical and logical man who he tries to keep the keep, or ignore the keep as much as possible, but he knows that it is a danger that he has to be aware of, which is why he allows all this mercenary activity in the city, because it keeps the keep under control to a degree. Sated, if you would.
Keeps the mercenaries busy, and it keeps whatever problems might be going on in there at bay.
And it's good for the economy.
Sated is a good word for it.
Yeah.
But you also know that there's been an uproar lately in the noble community that's been talked about quite heavily. He allowed a unheard of relative of a family that was thought to have died off a long time ago, but their manor had remained on the outskirts of town, to come back and claim the lands of her family recently. Well, their family, rather.
Well, that's
You've heard mixed reviews of who the person is, but nobody actually knows if they're man or woman. That's why you hear them called both in separate ways. People are making assumptions. But what you do know of them is they're apparently a doctor, and they're always dressed in the full garb of their craft.
Mm-hmm.
And despite being a noble, they seem to wander around the slums quite often and ply their trade on those who need it.
Well, that's helpful.
Interesting.
But due to the fact that this person appeared out of nowhere and said, I'm the, heir of this family with no real claim to it, and the noble just seemed to have let it happen, the Baron did, the nobles aren't very happy about this, because this family was quite wealthy. And important, but also has a dark past.
Well, did anyone use this place before they came by? Or no?
They're not talking about it currently, but you're new, so you haven't actually heard these rumors, but these guys all know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the Baron has recently been under some scrutiny, but for the most part, most people seem to like him enough for a human. Among the non-human population. He's decent enough for a human. For most species, they view human rulers and nobles as either too idealistic or too greedy. Or as warmongers.
Gotcha.
Depending on the species, and how they outview it. Like goblins, for example, they usually see them as either warmongers or too idealistic. Not the other part. The green part doesn't bother them, that's normal. Human greed is a laughable thing to goblins.
Honestly.
Wait, you mean you don't tax dead people?
Wait, you can do that?
They find a way. But alright, anyways, they have a conversation for a bit, and then Reeve finally does return, and he states that they want to send in they're going to send in some soldiers to guard the exits from the keep, but they need to send in a group of mercenaries, and the Baron is willing to pay quite heartily for the heads of the men who attacked his city.
Adventure?
Mm.
Haha, sign me up!
Money? Ooh.
Revenge? Wonderful.
Also, if these men had any connections to certain aspects or religious groups, the Morningstar Guild is also quite heavily interested in anything they might have had on them.
You mean the Phoenix?
You say that and everybody's just like, whoa.
What?
Whoa.
What I do? What?
Whoa!
Why is everyone staring at me? What's wrong?
Chill!
This is a Voldemort situation.
You don't say the P word around here. Otherwise, things might happen.
Is that a bad thing? Well, of course I know that the Phoenix is a.
Let us continue.
I'm gonna look to the
I grow
Baron all confused, just like
The Baron's still way back with the other group, but yes, you look at the Reeve and he's just like, we don't speak the name of the betrayer around these parts. It's taboo.
Oh, sorry. I will keep the word out of my mouth.
A good plan for future reference in this town.
I will refer to it instead as the Great Bird Brain.
I'm an affiliate of the Morningstar. I'll handle this.
You might stay away from that one around the Kenku, however.
Oh, well, I didn't mean to insult you, of course.
He's not a Kenku, or she's not a Kenku, but there are Kenku around.
Oh, right. And he feels extremely bashful now, just like, first day and I'm already blowing it.
I love it. Alright, but eventually they work out a plan, and you guys all start to march towards the keep and make the climb. Eventually, once they get there, the troops all kind of spread around the keep to block off all the exits. And you guys are the only ones that make your way through the field into the actual central building. So the four of you
have
kind
an
of...
escort, don't you think?
Hmm?
It's so nice to have an escort, don't you think?
Well, honestly, yeah. It is, get some company. Just in case something happens or a rock falls, you're much less likely to be the one that gets hit.
It's quite true.
Certainly exciting. I wonder what knowledge we can find here.
But yes, eventually you will all come to this building the three of you are quite familiar with, the central chapel.
Honestly, Lily, I gotta say, I'm really pleased to have two big, tall guys with us this time. Don't you think?
Kakkaaz looks down at you, gives you a very predatory smile.
Howdy, big boy. How you doing? You got a nice
Well
smile, you know.
enough.
Yeah, you got something in your teeth here, though. Like, he like starts gesticulating, like, right here, it's okay, right here. Come on.
I imagine there is.
What are you gonna do with it? Alright, your claws
He
are
just
very
kind of
long.
works it out with his tongue.
There you go. Yeah. Left. There you
Oh,
go.
sure. It's
It's
a
like,
pleasure dealing with
wait, let
the
me help with
larger
that,
teeth.
and I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation to clean his teeth.
You did it.
Oh my god.
Wow.
The Dentimancer.
Oh,
That's what it says. I can clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot. I assume it's teeth involved.
that's great.
That's great.
Okay.
Oh, this is a great group dynamic.
Oh, yes. Also, just as a reference, because we never really talked about your character's appearances as much, the Knoll is bigger than you, Skigatru.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't happen very often. He's a big-ass Knoll.
It's alright. I've seen those before, I'm sure.
Like, he's not a lot bigger than you, only like an inch or so, but bulk. He's big.
Nice.
I'm also
Those-
less than half your health. I'm 3'5".
Also, those claws look quite big.
Yeah, you've never seen a Knoll quite like Kakkaaz before, actually, because he's from the snowy region, so he looks like a cold weather creature. He's got the like mottled white, really thick fur, big hooked talons.
Gotcha.
You can pick your friends and you can pick your teeth, but I've never seen someone pick his friend's teeth.
Oh, it's happened now.
It has happened now. Now you have
It's like-
a Knoll standing there with a very, very pearly white smile. That
You know-
somehow looks even more intimidating.
Yeah, and I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion to do like a mini scale of your face and say like, see? Perfect. Doesn't that look much better?
Okay.
Lily, I gotta say, I love this job. You can meet a bunch of really interesting people.
That's
I'm gonna put
it lightly.
Alright, so you guys push the doors open and make your way into the chapel.
Yeah.
Yet again, into the first floor.
Once more into the breach. There we are. Oh, put in new tiles.
The only big noticeable difference this time is the room is much smokier than it was last time you were here. And the smell of blood is gone.
Hey,
Well, the strong smell of blood that there was last time.
hey, Skiggy,
Yep.
you got those nice big long arms there. They look like you'd be perfect for holding a torch up high and illuminating a room, don't you think?
Well, I could do that, sure. And I'm gonna. So, do I use adventuring gear thing for this?
Yep.
All right.
That is exactly what you do.
And there's your torch.
Alright, I'm gonna use one.
Torchgoon!
The true hero of the story. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Snuggle Wumpkins in front of you as well.
Well, this place is rather
It's
enormous.
He's so fluffy!
I wouldn't pick him up though, because he's a lot more cranky than me, unfortunately. Haven't been able to find out why.
The other big noticeable thing for you, because you're new here, is before you light the torch, you have dark vision. You're a bugbear. You can usually see pretty decently in the dark. You can't in here. Your vision is quite heavily impaired in here. It's like the darkness tries to claw back at the light.
Magic darkness. How interesting. This is going to be a fun adventure, I can just tell you that.
Oh yeah. Alright, let's get moving this way.
And of course you can all see the naughty dice bin now has been slightly filled up. Thanks for that. Good job.
Oh, always.
Well, Welburd just kind of starts moving like it's well rehearsed by now.
Well, shouldn't we go forward to see if we find anything?
Hey, just go into the cover.
Alright, fine. Then I'm just gonna move that way.
Yeah, you don't have to pay me for token or anything like that if you don't want to.
Lilith will start playing a little exploring tune on her violin.
And as you kind of enter the next room, you can see, again, much more smoke this time. You see this large, like, vented exhaust port kind of thing coming up through the floor, and it's just pouring smoke into the room.
Oh
Oh.
boy.
Koros, do you know how to select multiple objects?
Yes, you click on the mat and then, like, drag to do them.
Yep,
Yeah.
and then you can move them around like that.
If you select the torch coon with your tile, then you can move everything together in the same square.
Okay. Well, I'll let you all take the lead while I hold the light. I'm not exactly experienced in this sort of thing, but I'll be what help I can.
Poor Kakkaaz is the closest thing to a frontliner in this party.
Hey, come on, Fuzzy. Let's go.
Alright, I'm gonna move to the side.
No. Not you. Fuzzy.
There are
Just points
two
at
fuzzies,
Kakkaaz.
apparently.
Oh. Well, excuse me, I'm gonna move to the side so he can get through.
Yep.
So, what do you think those, exhaust things go to?
Let me think. I'm gonna... Should I use Arcana check, or...
They don't seem to be magical, it just seems to be smoke coming up through the same floor.
Kitchen, fireplace,
What do you think would
furnace.
happen? You know what? Why don't we plug them? Can you imagine how annoying that would be with whoever's down there? You plug them up, and they just get smoke in the face.
But then they
We're short of-
suffocate on smoke. That's not very nice.
That's the point.
That's the point.
Oh,
We
are
seem
there
to be
bad
short
people
on-
down there, or...
We
The
seem to be
people
short
we're
on
looking for.
clumsy paladins to block them.
That's true.
Poor Lucian.
You know, I wonder how Beans is doing. It's been a little bit. I mean, I see him around, but I think he tries to avoid me. I think he's looking for a gift for me. Maybe for Gimme.
Well, he does owe you money.
It's true.
You had to. You had to bring it up. Oh, he mentioned Gimme. We were talking about the idea of, like, goblin holidays and how there's probably one just called Gimme.
I mean, it's straightforward and to the point.
Yeah, like, the goblin version of Halloween is just trick or trap. Or treat or trap. It's gimme stuff or I set traps around your house.
Well, do I see anything else besides this vent?
Not really. Like, the room's quite smoky, so it's hard to actually see, but up here where there's a doorway, where it was last time you guys know, there's not really a blockage, but there seems to be a bright light coming from there that's so bright that it's actually making it impossible to see past the doorway.
Hey,
But it's also not actually shedding any illumination further into the room. It's just this glimmering nothing at the door.
Well, I'm going to cast Detect Magic as a ritual, see if I can sense anything magical about this darkness.
Alright, that takes a bit of time. So he's going to sit down and start casting a spell as a ritual. You guys, in the meantime...
I had a great idea.
Okay.
hey, Lily, look what I got.
He pulls out a gourd.
There's, where there's smoke, there's fire. I got some nice pitch here.
Also, yes, these things here are like pipes that are coming up out. The little pipes with like the caps over them, so there's smoke coming out in their little gap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think would happen if I poured some of this down there?
I think we'd find it even harder to see.
Probably, but like, I don't know. They burned down the bitch, we burned them down. You know?
Right, but we're here inside right now.
Yeah. Oh, I get what you mean.
You're not
Yeah,
thinking this through, are you?
I get you now.
He got it now. He's like, oh yeah. Right, breathing. Alright, everybody that's in the room, give me a Constitution saving throw. Because you're going to be in here for a little bit, since he's casting a ritual.
Let's check that real quick.
I'm on. There we go. It's a dice are trying to... Whew.
Yeah.
So Kakkaaz and Skigatru are fine. The other two of you are starting to feel a bit sick. It's not like immediate, but it's just like that feeling in your stomach.
I'll call you back when it's time.
Lily, I need some air. Let's just open the door. Get some air in here.
You finally can't finish casting your spell, Skigatru, and you detect magic. And other than this, again, the party members, any gear they might have, you detect that this barrier of light is definitely magical. It doesn't seem to actually be like a wall of any kind, it just seems to be obscuring, like an illusion. So you can't see past it.
It's an illusion. I wonder what happened if somebody went through. Snuggles, guess what you get to do? Send Snuggles out there. If I could get the cat off of my thing.
You gotta deselect it. So, like, you're not selecting everyone at the same time. There you go.
Right, well, good luck, Snuggles.
Okay, so you send the cat through. Are you looking through its eye?
Yes.
Okay, give me a second before you go up in there. I'm trying to bring something up real quick. And my folders were taking too long to load.
Lilith plucks the violin, sort of. Doop, 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 doop.
Too many files.
That doesn't sound good.
I just have a lot of stuff because I the monsters I have and stuff are in my files with my homebrew stuff. There. I had to get them all open up. There we go. Alright. So your cat will pass through the light layer and go up to the other side, which I did not give you sight of. Or no, I can't see it because I don't have control of the token. But can you see up there at all now?
Yes.
Okay, but the other party members can, so that's useful.
Okay.
So you see what's there for a few seconds before your cat gets shot at.
Oh shit. Well, I'm going to try to run out.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh! They just rolled a crit.
Oh no.
They just crit fireballed Snuggle.
Fireball!
Or firebolted, sorry.
I was gonna say fireball.
No, Fireball doesn't roll to hit. They firebolted Stubblewumpkins with a crit, so that means it would do 4d10. He's dead.
Well, he just poofs.
Rip Stubblewumpkins, yeah, he just explodes in a puffball of glitter.
Do you hear it from the other side?
What'd you do with him? Or did you delete him?
I deleted him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you hear the wow.
Right, well, okay, so, well, good news.
Before the okay,
is that
what's
he's not
that?
dead.
It's not
Doesn't
dead.
that have a physical effect on Skigatrew?
No.
No,
Since he was looking,
but he has to
it was
actually
like
pay
he's
money
got,
to
like,
bring him
shot.
back. Like the casting of Fine Familiar in 5th edition costs 10 gold worth of incense and stuff, so he actually has to spend money to bring him back every time.
Yeah.
Alright.
The light layer
so
dispels.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, we have a problem. I'm gonna point out into the room. Can these guys see us?
Oh yeah, they know you're there now. They knew that you
Like,
were there
oh
before,
shit,
but
battle stations.
Ah, fuck.
So,
My altar!
it's initiative time.
yeah.
My cabbages.
My cabbages.
I should probably have said he was gonna try to stealth, but I will remember
They
that
were
for
waiting,
next
so
time.
yeah.
Well, shit.
These are going well.
Oh yeah.
These guys should all be set up properly so you don't see their rolls. Yes, good. I'm glad that the freaking pop-up blocker I have finally saved my settings and isn't blocking the pop-ups from Roll20 anymore when I tell things to go to window, to their own windows. That's a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
It's the first time they've ever worked properly. Alright. So, your guys' average initiative is... Well, Welburd, at least Welburd's bringing up the average.
Well, but is above average.
Oh, so he likes to
my.
think.
Welburd thinks he's above average.
Exactly.
So your guys' average was 12.75.
Oof. You're dragging me down.
Don't worry, these guys aren't all that much better. Yep, you guys get to actually go first.
Woo!
Wow.
On initiative, they were ready for you, though. Obviously.
They weren't ready for the cat.
No, they were ready for the cat. That's why they firebolted it the minute they walked through the gate.
They'd hoped it wasn't the cat.
They'd
It's
hoped
good.
to get something substantial.
Yeah.
Hey, Snuggle is substantial. He's my best friend.
Alright.
But now that you're see through there, you still have detect magic running, so you can see that there's magic on these guys for sure. Like,
Gentlemen, they are packing.
yeah, the two guys in the center are both obviously spellcasters of some manner. The one has a spell which you can easily, some kind of light spell, which it doesn't normally exist, going on, and something also to reinforce himself. Yeah, the guy with the red shield.
Okay.
All right. Well, see, Lilith is going to start off throwing Kakkaaz some.
Throwing
What?
Kakkaaz some what?
Some bardic inspiration.
Gotcha.
Give you a little something to be packing.
Yay.
I can't remember. Can I throw something and use my main weapon in the same turn?
No.
Okay.
Throwing an object is an action.
Okay.
But yes, from looking at them, you can tell that these guys are all quite well armed. The one on the very far side is wearing full plate and carrying a greatsword. The middle one with the red is wearing chainmail and has a shield. The other one on the other end is also wearing a chainmail and has a shield. And the most central one is not wearing armor, but seems to have cast mage armor on himself.
Oh, I should have done that. Shit.
Yeah.
Sorry,
All right.
I haven't done a caster in this part of the.
You got a
Oh,
turn to
gosh.
do it.
Yeah, and it is your guys' turn first. So how this works in Ashwell Chorus is you don't have separate turns. Your guys' turn is a collective turn as a group.
Okay.
You can do everything as your action as part of the turn at any time between each other, but you can't interrupt each other's actions. But if, like, say you want to move up and give somebody a flanking bonus, like not flanking, but like a rogue, for example. If a rogue's about to attack someone, you can move up before they attack, but not take your actions, and then let them do their stabbing, and then do your turn afterwards.
Okay. Well, I have an idea. I could do mage armor, but I could cast grease on these guys.
Makes so they can't advance. Maybe.
Yeah, and plus, if I cast it on them, they have to make a DC saving throw or fall prone.
Certainly could be a good idea.
And the spell save DC is 15, so
It's a dex save, right?
Okay.
That's what I
yes.
thought it was, but I wanted to make sure.
What are you
Which
guys
ones did-
thinking?
Which ones did you say were in? Had mage armor or?
The one with mage armor is this one here.
Okay.
The rest are wearing actual armor. Two of them are wearing chain, the one on the very far left is wearing plate. Both of the ones in chain are also carrying shields.
All right.
The red one is carrying a mace, the other one is carrying, I believe, a longsword. Let me check, though. Yes, a longsword, and he also seems to have a heavy crossbow on his back. There are also a pair of flaming skeletons in the room, but you guys can't quite really see those, right?
See that one.
Wow. Those skeletons. Clickety clack.
Okay, for do you want to go ahead and do the grease first? I know.
Okay, and plus we should probably get out of this room because it'll probably affect us moving into the fight.
Well, that's why you want to do grease first.
Okay. Oh, so I want to put it in a spot where it catches these guys, but only gets like here or here. Because I know it's a 10-foot square, and I don't know. So it would catch 3 of these guys.
Yep, just a second.
So basically,
Well, no, it could catch
Like
all
that.
4 of them if I did it.
no, because it's like it'd be like this.
Okay. Oh, it'd be like a square. Okay, so let me.
There's the square,
it'd be-
so now
be
I
like
can, you
that?
can position it.
Okay. Should we put on the spellcasters? Probably. But the big guy could probably have a bad dex too.
You never know, but I think it'd be a good idea to to possibly trip the guy in full plate so he doesn't charge us.
It's true. Okay, yeah, I'll put it right there.
Yeah, what's the range on grease?
Let me see.
Yeah, if you click the spell, it should just put it into the text box.
60 feet.
Okay, so you've got plenty of range there.
Alright, so I'm gonna dig into my pack. I'm gonna grab a pork rind and I'm gonna crush it in my hands, and the grease from that is gonna swell and launch itself at these guys' direction and splash onto the floor.
Okay. Dex saving throw or fall prone.
And they must make a DC 15 saving throw.
And that's okay, that's those two. So they both fall prone.
Nice. Alright, and I'm going to... I feel like I should move up.
Try not to run into where you're gonna get murdered because you don't have armor.
It's true. So I'm gonna move to the side over here. Yeah, just behind this wall.
Alright.
Alright. Lilith is going to cast on that guy.
So you're going for the obvious
I'll
mage.
move. Yeah, I'll wait till he does the thing.
What?
So you're going for the one that's clearly a mage?
Oh, that's a mage. Okay.
The one in the white robes, yeah.
Okay, no, she wants the one next.
Which one did you want? The fighter looking one?
The fighter one.
Alright. What level is that spell?
Oh boy.
That's 2.
It's a level 2 spell?
Yep.
It's counterspell.
Oof.
The mage goes, and a sacred ward bursts into view in front of him, and your magic is cancelled.
Well, if that's the case, I'll counterspell that counterspell.
Are you actually going to try to do that?
I mean, do we want to? Because it's
You-
Crown of Madness, so I don't...
You can try, but
It's up to you guys.
He kind of moved off to the side. Like, I don't think you'll be able to see him anymore.
It's true. Yeah, never mind.
Unfortunate.
you have to take the torch with you. There's plenty of light, though, at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, bugger.
Bugger! Alright. Do you have any plans, Rift? Otherwise, I'm just gonna do my thing.
You go ahead and do your thing.
Okay.
Shoot people.
So fast!
Yeah, and then Lilith is also going to move, be out of line of sight of the wizard.
And to these two guys, I'm going to burst.
Alright, so you're trying to blast them.
Yeah, both of them. It says DC 15 dex.
Alright, roll your damage.
It's 16. Sorry to that.
Oh, wow, there it is, okay.
Yeah, no.
I wasn't... Yeah, I missed it.
Okay. And then I'm going to do it again. Just fucking walk up to the door and...
Yep. I think something. There it is.
Then run back and take cover.
That all you doing? I said, that all you doing?
Yeah, I used my attacks bonus action, then moved.
Okay.
So I'm all good.
Oh, Mr. Magey Mage. Ooh. Let me see what the range is on this one.
It's so exciting. We're finally facing human enemies.
Right? Other than the bandits, this is the first group of humanoids you guys have ever fought, really.
Pretty
Wanna-
much, unless you count like the humanoid statue.
I'm gonna use chill touch on the mage.
Okay. The knight, he points his shield at you, and a beam of light shoots out and hits you in the face, so you get disadvantage on the attack roll.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Does 15 still hit?
That hits, yes.
Alright. And I'm gonna move over here. Waiting for him to come around the corner. Yep.
He can't be healed now. Great.
Yeah.
Alright, that's you guys then. Well, we'll start off quick and easy for them. The one that has heroism on gains 2 temporary hit points back. The guy in red gets up
User
and
disconnected
casts
from your
Shield
channel.
of Faith on the mage.
Uh-oh. Rip.
I think it was an exit.
Did we lose?
Akuras, I think, he said he was back, and then just dropped, probably accidentally hit the
Rip.
X. Yeah,
Yeah.
there he is.
User joined your channel.
Welcome back.
Sorry, I don't know what happened there.
You must have accidentally hit a button.
Yeah.
Alright. Actually, he's not going to do that. Never mind. One sec. What are these guys doing? Oh yeah, they have that. Okay. So the mage first gathers up a ball of fire in his hands and hurls it into the room with you guys.
Oh no.
This is why I took cover.
This is also why I moved out of the way.
Like, I have to remember how big it actually is. Okay.
I don't suppose I can counterspell that.
Can't see him.
Can't see.
Damn it, yep. Well, shit.
Okay, so everybody but Welbur's going to be in the first one. So the fireball comes flying in and he, like, lands right about here.
Oh, good.
Then explodes. So all of you need to make dex saves. Except Welburd.
Can I cast Dispel Magic as a reactor now?
No, it's not. Dispel Magic is for removing buffs and debuff kind of things.
Alright.
Counterspell is the one that would actually work to knock a spell off, but you have to cast it at the same level as the spell he's casting.
Well, bye, guys. It was nice knowing you.
Okay. So, that's a thing. Let's see what his save DC is. Okay, so who rolled what? 10, 17, and where's Kakkaaz?
Kakkaaz is the 17.
Oh, yeah, right. So, Lilith. Okay, so Kakkaaz is the only one that passes. Ouch
Yeah.
time. I'm just gonna roll this one flat out so you guys can see it. So, Kakkaaz takes half, the rest of you take the full fire damage.
Ouch!
Oh boy.
As he hucks the fireball into the room.
Sure, I'm glad I'm not there.
I am on fire.
And then he's gonna take a note from you.
Oh, wait. Did, is this the red guy?
No, that was the mage that did that.
Okay. Right, the two that were in the grease thing, if they got up, they've got to roll again to not fall back down.
Yeah, if they don't stay in it. Yeah, I mean, if they do stay in it.
I think they have to leave too, if that's the thing. Hold on.
It's when they end their turn in it, they take their save again. I'm pretty sure.
When they enter or end. So moving in it doesn't do it unless they stop there.
Okay.
That doesn't help me. I hate when it, like, you click a spell, and it, because the spell does damage, instead of bringing up the full box, it just goes, here's the damage.
Yeah.
That's not what I need. Alright, the cleric is going to get up and cast a spell, and in a 15-foot area around him, things start to manifest in the air and float around like spirits that look like some kind of bird.
Obviously bad, because bird.
Oh,
He
I
was
need
there.
Is this concentration grease? No, it's not.
Nope. And that's an action. Let me check the spell again real quick. Okay. When you cast the spell, so whenever any of you enter this area around him, you'll have to take a saving throw.
Okay.
Which, right now, he moved into one of you, but that doesn't count. So, Skigatru is technically in the area of effect, but he doesn't get affected until it's his turn, and he doesn't move out of it.
Okay.
Or if he moves further into it.
Fun.
But there are spirit guardians flailing about in the air around him now. I think he had one other thing he can do, because I'm pretty sure this spell is a bonus action. Yes, it is. So he is casting Shield of Faith on the wizard. Alright, that's them two. Alright, and you see this other guy walk up, and he kind of like chants and runs his hand down the length of his blade, and it seems to be like coalesced in almost blinding light.
So, can we tell what race some of these guys are?
They all look to be human,
Fair enough.
from what you can tell with the armor on. Most of them you can see their heads, but the one in a full armor you can't, but they look human.
Mhm.
That's his bonus action. So for his action, the only one of you he can see from this angle is Welburd. So Firebolt.
Ah!
It's 120-foot range.
Yeah.
He got ya.
Can he see me in the dark back here?
Yes. There's
Yeah.
not much actual darkness.
Okay.
13 fire damage.
Ah!
Oh, we don't have a cleric. This is gonna be a problem.
There's no healing, even if you did.
Oh.
But they don't have any either. Outside of the lay on hands of the paladin. And the last one that's left is the knight. Alright. He'll march up to here, and he's just gonna go... He stows his sword and pulls out his heavy crossbow and takes a shot at Lilith. He is not very good with this thing. Does a 15 hit?
Yeah, I think it does.
Take 1 point of piercing damage.
Wah wah.
Yeah.
Alright, that's them. We got into a spell battle from range. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I should have probably stayed out in the open.
No, it's fine. It's funny how it worked out because of the whole moving the cat through thing, triggering it, instead of running into closer range first. Like, if you guys had stepped through the gateway to trigger the battle, you'd be at a better actual position because you'd be closer to close in with the mages and beat them up.
Yeah.
But they're, like, almost all of these guys are spellcasters, and you stood at range with them.
I ain't getting close. It's stupid for me.
But now it's your guys' turn. And you almost alpha strike the mage down to 0, though. He's almost dead.
Well, I think it might be a good idea for me to finish him off then.
If you can get to
That'd be
him.
a great idea.
I don't think
Would-
he got
would you
healed,
like-
so
Would you like an inspiration for that?
I would.
You have it.
Let's see. Do any of you guys know where the mage went?
Nope.
Southeast corner.
Okay.
So he's around behind the cleric.
So there was a spirit guardian thing happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one's the cleric?
The one with the red.
Okay.
Shield plus mace equals cleric.
The only one that doesn't seem to be casting is this guy. The one that just pulled a crossbow and fired at Lilith.
Right.
But he's also the one that did have the shiny shield. Woman's like, I can't get an angle.
Anybody know how far in he was?
Nope. They saw him walk around a corner that they couldn't see past anymore.
Yeah. Well, I think I can just kind of walking fire it. I'll do a cube here, since I had just the right angle.
That was one. There we go. So which ones are you shooting with the cube? The cleric and the... Oh, you're doing it there.
I've got
Okay.
an angle, so I'm
That's
gonna-
enough to get him in there, yeah. Let's see if he can survive. He
Take
failed.
half damage out.
18. He's dead.
So I just fire blindly in there, and I hear it fucking scream.
Pretty much.
It's kind of like I just kind of shoot through the door.
You just wholeheartedly spray into that area.
Hey! I got him!
Well done.
I move here, and let's see.
They're spread just enough that no matter where you put it, you're only going to get one of them.
Oh yeah, I wasn't necessarily planning to do.
Yeah, I'm just saying if you tried.
Yes. Yeah. I have inspiration, but I'm going to use it on the paladin. What I'm guessing he is.
Yeah, go ahead and make your attack roll. You can use inspiration after you roll, remember.
Yeah. I'm just saying I have it, so yeah, I'll use it.
Okay.
How much is that again?
A D8, I believe, is what Liliths are now.
Okay.
You got a 22. You hit.
Awesome. For 19 damage plus very the small. Since he is larger than me.
It's another 5. Okay, you got a good hit on.
But I run back and take cover again. This time a little better. Because I'm fast as fuck. One thing you'll notice, Koros, is I am fast.
Yep.
50-foot move speed, and I can take dashes as a bonus action.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's a skirmisher. He's also got a really big, fancy Dwarven gun.
That's full auto.
Well, burst.
Well, yes.
It can't fire fully automatic. That's how you jam. Alright, the guy passed his concentration save. So his spell didn't go off of his sword. Who's doing what?
Can Lilith see the cleric?
Yes.
He is gonna dissonant whisper him.
Ooh. Wisdom save, I believe?
Oh.
That didn't work. Click the one in your attacks instead. I don't know why it is, but ones that actually get qualified as attacks don't work when you click them in the spell list. It's really dumb. Alright, so it's a DC 15 Wisdom save. Let's click it. And he is within 10 feet of the paladin, so he gets a +2 to that save. I'd say a 22 saves.
Yeah. Blech. Bugger.
So he doesn't have to move away, but he takes half damage. So he takes 5 points of psychic damage.
I don't think it says, like, say it takes half.
But that's what it does.
Fair enough.
I am well versed in Dissonant Whisper.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun spell. But you don't seem to actually have done any damage directly to him, despite he had some kind of temporary HP, it seems.
Okay, so I'm in some kind of field right now.
Yes, there's like weird ghostly spirit things lingering about you, and you don't like it very much.
Very well. Seeing as that I don't want to get hit at all, I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. So you turn invisible. And do you move?
Does the torch invis or no?
Yes, because everything you're holding becomes invisible, but the flames kinda can't. Unless they don't shed light anymore, but you can just drop the torch.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the torch.
Okay.
I'm gonna put that right there. And I'm going to move. Probably not towards the goblin friend, just in case there's a fireball. I'm gonna move right here.
Hey, so you skidoo right out of there. You're like, I'm out!
Yep, I'm just gonna take a second and figure out what the hell's going on.
You have a healing potion on you.
Oh,
You
what?
start with the healing potion.
Oh. Can I use that?
As a bonus action, yes, if you drink it yourself.
I would love to do that.
Okay.
It's a smart idea.
Healing potions are 2d4 plus 2.
Okay, so I'll roll that.
Just make sure you mark that you used it up.
7 points.
Damn.
Nice.
I've never been that lucky. I usually roll like 1s and 2s.
And that leaves Kakkaaz.
Okay.
Alright.
As Kigetru has disappeared. He drops the torch and just goes invisible.
Could probably smell him, though. He smells real nice.
It's bird fur.
That too.
Alright.
Called Beatbox and Rift.
Let me double check the spell real quick. I am going to use one of my spells. Woo. Here.
Snowball Swarm?
Yep, Snowball Swarm.
Alright, give her a clickaroo in your attack thing.
Nope.
Clickaroonie.
DC 14 Dex save. Alright, so the fighter passes, but the paladin doesn't. Thanks to the fighter, it passes because of the paladin's aura. Lol.
Ain't that
Okay,
good?
Lol.
so the paladin takes 13. The fighter takes half.
He's just gonna kind of tuck back here and wait for them.
You guys are all like, no, 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 please no.
Oh,
Great,
he's-
a body block.
He doesn't yell that out loud, though. Kinda to himself, you might be able to hear it.
Alright, I think that's all of you.
Yeah.
Just gonna get unhealthy real quick.
Do you have any potions, Flint?
I do.
You could use one before it ends.
I could use one. I think I will.
Probably a good idea. You're kind of stranded up there. The beefy boy ran.
Just because I'm beefy
Alright.
doesn't necessarily mean I want to get up and close and personal with everything.
I mean, you got them claws.
I do.
I believe in you. You're kind of the linebacker here. With the most health as well.
Alright.
Be brave, Rift.
I don't want to hear a damn word out of you.
Be brave, Rift.
As you run away.
You're brave Sir Welburd? He bravely ran away?
The cleric moves in. Just kind of moving them all up at first. Okay, cleric, let's see what you got for range. Oh, you guys aren't far away at all. Well, you are, but not for spells. You'll have half cover because you're downstairs. He's going to cast Scorching Ray and target each of you once.
Counterspell.
Do it!
Counterspell.
You can do that. It will, I believe that reveals you, though.
Let me see. Probably does. Hold on.
I mean, to be fair, you screw him out of a spell. If you succeed.
Yep. Ends if I cast a spell or attack. So yep. I'm just like, it's like, no you don't, and I just like pop out of like thin air, and then I'm like, I stare down at myself and I'm like, uh-oh.
Alright, so his turn's done. The wizard can't counter your counterspell. He's dead.
That's true.
Riddled with holes.
Lilith, this is gonna hurt.
Maybe.
He's a paladin. Well, yes, of course. Always maybe, but the potential for pain is here.
Yeah, always.
Is this a bonus action? It is a bonus action, but it's another concentration spell, so I can't hit both of them yet. Okay, so he swings with his big old greatsword. And a 25 is going to hit. Oof.
Uh-oh.
Oh, ow. Okay. Lots of pain here because of the smite from the spell he cast previously. But his spell save DC is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I need you to make a DC 13 con save.
Okay, and I'm wearing the faceless mask, so I should have it save, yes.
Yeah, it is saves, advantage on saves versus magic, so yeah.
So, okay. What did you say was, is that a dex or a con?
Con. Okay, so you're not blind now, because of the brilliantly glowing sword exploding in your face, but you still take, and you'll take half damage from the branding smite, or blinding smite, but you take 13 slashing and 10 radiant.
So everything else doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess so. Order of operation is hammered in my brain, though. So you are unconscious, but it's not enough to kill you outright, for sure. They use turns after that. And with his bonus action, cast Divine Favor on himself.
We really are a party of cowards.
It's funny because it's true.
I was like, you see, it would be dumb to just rush into that room by myself.
Oh, obviously, I never asked you to rush in there, but it's like, and it's not just you; it's everybody. It's one of
Everybody's like, oh shit, run!
The person that doesn't run is the one that gets hit. I'm sorry, Flynt.
Hey, you pays your money, you takes your chances.
Mm-hmm.
There's the other half of his movement, and he is going to take a shot at Kakkaaz. Hey, a 22 will hit. It's a crit. What do you know?
Okay.
Take 14 piercing.
11 piercing.
Yep.
I was so looking forward to trying spells I haven't.
Oh, you're not dead. You're just unconscious.
I know, but I'm not likely to get up and start casting spells again.
That's true enough.
Alright, let me see.
Drink the vampire blood as you fall down. Fools! Alright, that's their turn.
I'm actually thinking about the demon blood.
So,
also
guys, I've got a crazy plan.
I love crazy
Oh.
plans.
Okay, so I could do color spray at 3rd level in a cone, and that would put it up to 10d10 hit points that they would have to chew through or be blinded.
I'm not sure, because it could just completely flop on the roll for the hit points.
True, but it's 10d10 though.
It could. However, I know at least a few of these have already been whittled down some.
It's true.
Maybe let us get a little more damage on them, and then do it. So we have a higher chance of actually succeeding.
This is true. Besides, I already know what I'm doing for this turn, since Mr. Fighter has made the mistake of going out by himself.
Yeah.
It's true.
Let me go first.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I wanna see if I can take out that cleric, making it easier for you to get to Mr. Fighter.
Excellent.
Yes, get rid of his little shieldy thing.
Yeah. Also, the spirits within 15 feet, so it caused problems.
Yep, that's what I mean by his shieldy thing.
When I built the character, I was like, I'm gonna give him Spirit Guardians just because I know as a DM that it's the ultimate dick move to the DM. It's such a dick move spell. Because you don't even have to put it on yourself. You can place it on a location or an object. It's really stupid. Alright. Welburd.
16.
Attacking the cleric.
Yeah.
That hits.
Oh, good.
Fuck him up.
12.
You chewed through his false light. And did some damage. And is that your... Wait, before you do your second attack, the knight's going to use his reaction to do the light thing to you.
Okay.
To give you disadvantage.
Okay. On the second one specifically?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll roll it again then.
You just take the... Okay, never mind. It still hits.
19.
Oof. He's hurting.
And I don't think I have anything else I can do. Let me just check.
Oh, the clerk has fire.
I don't think so.
Run away! Alright, Kakkaaz.
Ooh, I know what I could do.
Hey, Skiggy.
Yeah.
This could be
Get
risky, but I think I might be able to do it.
Yeah, I think I might do that too.
Take the risk. Take the risk.
Take the risk, Rift, for once!
Shut your face! Shut your face!
Hey, I'm dying here.
Yeah.
Let's see it. I'm
All
curious
right.
what you're thinking.
Fuck it.
Woo woo! Pain train!
I mean, you didn't leave his melee range, so...
Nope. Hi, Mr. Cleric. Hi.
He's pretty close, but you're on the paladin right now.
Yeah, the cleric's the one on the stairs.
The paladin. I could.
But you did move into the thing, so we'll do that now.
Yeah.
You know what? I've got an inspiration die.
Let's see... Spirit Guardian. It is a Wisdom saving throw, DC 14.
Alright. Oh.
Whoa.
So you take full damage, so you take 15 radiant damage as you rush into there and these spirits just start clawing and tearing at you. Yeah, it's a bad spell.
Alright.
I gotta give them credit though, because they actually made it kind of optional for clerics. It's radiant or necrotic.
Alright, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do in here. Let's see. Because I was confused as to which one was which.
Yeah, the one on the stairs.
Well, either way, the paladin is a big threat, so if you want to try to take him down, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, he did just one-shot Lilith, and still had an attack left over.
Alright.
I mean, if you wanted to, you
Eat
could
claws!
instead.
Oh,
Oh no.
Motherfucker!
Oh.
Wait, inspiration die though.
Could, but it wouldn't help.
an inspiration die can't save a bot.
What?
Can I spend a good karma?
I mean, if you could make the die roller but higher, but a natural one is still always a miss.
What can I use my good karma for?
Nothing on the botch right now, but go ahead and make your second attack. You still got one more.
Right.
You can use your inspiration.
I'm gonna use it. What is it? A
A
D8?
D8.
D8.
Yes!
That hits.
Woo. Yeah. Fuck him up.
Wanna try?
8 points of slashing damage. Good deal. How much good karma do you have?
4.
4. Okay.
I have a lot.
Not a lot, but not too little either. But hey. All right. So Lilith, you need to make a death save.
I know. Will.
That's a fail.
That was almost
Oh.
one.
Okay.
Can I use any good karma on that, or can I not use karma while I'm?
I'd say yes, you can use good karma to try to basically negate death saves. You've got quite a bit.
I do, yeah.
I'd say I'll let you burn 2 good karma to automatically pass that save, basically.
Alright.
So you're not dying, but you're not up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've still got a thing I can do. I've still got options.
Alright, let's see that.
Okay, I'm thinking.
Well, I meant, did you have a bonus action then, Rift, or something?
Well, no, it's a reaction thing.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Because I'm over here, so I'm gonna need this.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Would Kakkaaz, if I like shouted out like "cover your eyes," would they be able to have a chance to do so before I color sprayed?
No, he's in the area of effect. He'll get hit with it just as much.
Okay.
But the spell automatically takes the people with the lowest hit points.
I mean,
So
I mean-
it's hard to tell which ones it'll go at. The cleric seems to be in pretty rough shape, so is Kakkaaz at this point, so it could go for either one of them or both, depending on how much you roll.
Okay. Well, shit. I could do magic missile at level 3.
Which would give you 2 additional missiles.
yeah, that'd be guaranteed damage.
That's an excellent choice.
Nuke
Okay.
the
Yeah.
cleric.
Yeah, you get
Alright,
3
yeah,
missiles, I
I'll do
believe,
that.
at first level, and then an additional one for every level above.
So that's
Yeah.
5d4
Plus
plus
5.
2 each time.
Oh yeah,
Or plus 5. Wait,
Yeah.
what?
it's 1d4 plus 1 each missile, and they automatically hit.
Okay. Gotcha. So it's be a 1d4 plus 5. And it says that I can direct them to hit one creature or several. Can I throw them out and see if the cleric gets down and then do it to somebody else?
Nope, you have to declare them all at once.
Well,
You can either just murderize the cleric with all of them, or you can choose to throw 3 of them and maybe have him survive, but it's hard to say. It's all on the dice.
How bad does the cleric look right now?
He's not looking great.
Okay. Maybe 4 to the cleric and 1 to the paladin?
Alright,
Go for it.
Alright, so this is for the cleric.
so it's 4d4 plus 4 for him.
Oh my god.
Hey! Go ahead and roll the paladin. Before I do this stuff.
Oh, come
So 2 points to the paladin.
Wow.
Oh.
These dice.
Okay, the cleric does fall
Good.
momentarily.
Yeah.
He immediately gets back up in a burst of flames, though. He still looks like he's practically dead.
Come on.
At hey, he's at 1 hit point. This is his channel divinity. But Kakkaaz takes 7 fire damage for being in the radius.
Oh.
Ooh.
You know what? I've got a thing for this. 1 second.
Are you gonna hellish rebuke him?
I don't have Hellish Rebuke, but I do have a thing that makes me tanky until the end of my next turn.
Hey.
Tomb of Levistus.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
As Kakkaaz just kind of braces himself in the line of fire, and you just see him freeze in like this big block of ice.
Yeah, the Tomb of Levistus is actually really good. It's one of the few things we haven't used yet, though, so let's see. I gotta remember the actual stats of Tomb of Levistus. You gain 50 temporary hit points until the end of your next turn, or until the beginning of your next turn. Or no, it melts at the end of your next turn. So you get 50 temporary hit points, vulnerability to fire, but and your speed's reduced to 0, and you're incapacitated. So you can't do anything on your next turn, but you've got 50 HP, which 14 of is now gone because of fire. Because it has vulnerability. But you've got the rest of it still left, so go ahead and put it into your temp HP.
Yep, I just gotta do my calculations thing.
Well, no, you just do 50 out of 50, and then click on the green bar and go minus 14. Like that. So now you have 36 temporary hit points left, and you're in a big block of ice.
Skig's gonna run down the stairs.
I actually didn't expect this fight to be very hard. Like, I knew they would have a nasty alpha damage amount and their buff spells and stuff, but I didn't expect it to go this badly.
I'm gonna go one more.
Because they're quite squishy compared to most monsters.
Alright, I'm gonna stay right here.
Yeah, it's really the damage and how they work in tandem. That's
Yeah.
thing.
It's a paladin, a cleric, a fighter, and a mage together.
Yeah.
It's literally a party.
I'm just glad we got with the mage so quick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was really... He had like 5 hit points left after the first round. He was so close to dead.
I really socked it to him.
If you had actually attacked him, he would have had a better chance because of the knight doing the blinding thing.
Mm-hmm.
But because you used the burst, I was like, well, shit.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, well, these guys look like they probably have some good armor, so why attack?
I love the concept of that, though. Like, imagine if you did have Hellish Rebuke. The cleric's like, I arise! Ah!
That would have been funny. That would have been funny.
Fuck your holy flames!
Only thing is, I didn't think I had enough to bargain with to get the scroll of Hellish Rebuke from what's his face.
Mm-hmm. That would have been hilarious. Instantly dies the minute he gets back up.
Stay down.
But he can't do that again. He is tapped. Yeah, he's at 1.
Would have been funny to see, like, you know, just be like, I'll roast him a little more. He'll taste good.
Alright, I think it's their turn now, then. There's a target here, and everybody else ran away, so I guess we whack on it.
Good luck.
Got a lot of HP.
I mean, they automatically hit. You're incapacitated.
We believe in you.
So... And I mean, even though they're hacking a block of ice, it still gets all of your features, so you do reduce the damage by 3 on each hit.
Yes.
So, I'm just going to read you the numbers, you can do the math for you take 8 slashing and then 9 slashing from the longsword of the knight.
Okay, 1 second. Okay.
And then the paladin... does 12 slashing. And 10 slashing. plus his Divine Favor, which does 1 point each time of radiant damage. And that leaves the Cleric, but he's not gonna mindlessly whack on that like the rest of them, I guess. He sees them just beating on it, and he's just like, that's not a good idea.
He's just saying, no, no.
You know, I completely forgot about the skeletons, but that's okay.
They're not really interested in this fight.
They haven't really, they haven't needed them this far.
I mean, I guess it can make sense. We didn't go up there and activate them.
Yeah.
We didn't go into the room.
They're just spectators.
What's he gonna do? He can't heal himself. That's a good thing. Nobody has healing magic. Them or you.
I can't heal, but I can burn.
Okay, so he does 9 radiant damage to your block of ice with his Sacred Flame.
Alright. Melts that.
And he kind of backs up into there a bit more. He's like,
Like, no, 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 no.
By the light of the ancient savior. And then he runs away. Oh, and he lost his spell, of course, because he died.
So, our turn?
Yep.
Shall
Would you do me a favor and try and help pick off the guy behind me? I have a plan.
Well, I was gonna just, I'll
ahead.
save an attack for, which one do you want? The Paladin or the Fighter? I think Paladin's more of a danger right now.
I would say, okay, take the Paladin.
But, I'm gonna finish off the Cleric as well.
Yeah.
And, I'm sure Skig could also help.
Oh, I'll do my best.
Alright. So you want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Rift?
Huh?
Do you want me to go first, or do you have something?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Trust me, the more mileage I can get out of what I'm gonna do, the better.
Perfectly within range. Because I don't like taking chances.
Okay, even if he takes half damage, he's dead.
Yeah. And
The Cleric is dead for real this time.
I will engage the Paladin. A 2. Ripperoo.
Ripperoo, indeed. That does not hit.
Okay, I'm gonna move up.
Inspiration already?
Yeah, he did. He shot the Paladin the first time he used it.
Alright, I'm gonna move up here for a second. And I'm going to pump a... Since didn't kill him last time, I'm gonna do a full level 3... Well, level 2 magic missile.
Alright, so 4 missiles this time.
Alright, I'm gonna do them all on the Paladin.
Alright.
$13.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Alright, and I'm just gonna move back. I'm just gonna head back down the stairs.
I'm just gonna stay over here, guys.
You know, I'm just gonna peek out, pop, and then just run back.
Yeah, the beauty of Magic Missile is it doesn't do as much damage as other spells of the equivalent level, but never misses.
Yep.
It's consistent, if nothing else. Alright. That leaves you, Rift.
Alright. Now, Mr. Paladin.
You can do it.
Rip and tear! He's got huge guts! Nope.
Come on.
That hits.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay!
There you go.
Nice clean hit.
Oh, just go down, you fucking bastard.
Power.
Is he still up, or is he dead?
Yeah. They haven't gotten hit as much as the others. You guys concentrated on the cleric and the mage. The hits on the knight and the paladin were more or less secondary.
Fun.
They're still not in best shape, but they're definitely healthier. Sorry, dealing with a cat. Alright, let's see. Lilith.
Yes.
Death save. That one's a success. One more success and you can get up.
Woohoo.
Can always be evil and just cash in your bad karma and be like, oh, the blood broke on you. Uh-oh. Oopsie poopsie. Somebody's undead now.
Brave.
Of all the characters to become a vampire, it's kind of fitting, though.
It is.
Alright, so that's that turn. Now it's back to them again. I mean,
Sorry,
Paladin's
Kakkaaz.
gonna try to whack you. What's your AC, Rift? I know it's not too high, but I'm pretty sure it's higher than a 10.
12.
Okay, so he missed once and he hit the other time. 8 points of slashing. And he took a beating and dropped his concentration, so he lost Divine Favor. Alright, so after his 8 slashing, we go to the fighter. The fighter and the paladin kind of share an unspoken moment, and he tries to dash off so you can go ahead and make an attack of opportunity. He's going to try and chase down the other.
Alright. Come on, big money.
Yeah,
Hey!
that's big money.
Nice.
Big money, 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 money.
Yeah, it's good money.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
I didn't actually know if he would actually reach you, but he did. So he's going to go ahead and swing. Hits.
What is it?
23.
Yeah, no.
4 slashing.
Okay.
And the second swing does not hit. He's like, you will not escape, foul goblin! Ha! And slashes you one.
You guys just hear in the side hallway. "Ah! Free!"
Lilith might be mumbling unconsciously. God damn it.
That's your turn, or their turn, so it's back to you guys.
Well, I'm gonna run up. Actually, can I get a beat on this guy? Hold on.
This guy over here is glowing, so you can definitely see him.
Okay.
I think it's a good idea to deal with the paladin and make sure that Lilith is safe. I'll be fine.
But the cards, though, the cards said self-sacrifice.
Ooh.
Dude, just kill the paladin, for fuck's sake.
You can't go against the cards.
Alright.
You can also go save Lilith.
Alright,
That's both.
I'm gonna move.
Lilith is also, like, kind of self-sacrificed in a way.
Okay, I'm gonna call out, "Hey, Tin Man! Eat magic missile!"
Lilith also does have a sword.
Alright, I'm gonna do this.
You haven't seen it yet.
First level. 9 damage.
Hey, you guys are pounding him down pretty good. He was the highest of the bunch still, so he's getting low. I don't think he's actually the highest anymore. Actually, they have exactly the same number of hit points right now. That's kind of funny. Won't last.
Shred him, Rift!
Get him!
Alright. Let's see.
Hold up your arms, give Rift your energy.
I explicitly did not give the guy in full plate of shield for this reason.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna take a chance at Monstrous Claws! Let's go!
Hey, hits!
Hey!
Yay!
Yeah!
Eh?
Yeah!
16 hit?
Maybe.
Go for it. Another 9. Ah! I just accidentally moved a door.
The door moved!
The door,
Yay! He's dead.
the door was angry that I shot his brother.
He kind of like collapses down on his sword and he's like, I may fall, but my ashes will be eternal.
Your gods can't save you now. And I think for the last bit of his turn, Kakkaaz is going to rip this dude's helmet off and bite his head off.
Yeah, I mean, you have your rampage, so normally you could move 15 feet and make a bite attack. You're just gonna bite him instead.
I'm gonna bite his fucking head off.
So you start eating this dude.
Pretty much.
Okay, it's time for me to Yeah!
It's a pass, so Lilith gets up. You get up to a blood spray.
Okay, guys, what happened?
Just
And-
splattered the mask.
Yeah, you just hear.
You hear the gnashing and you hear like goblin rees in the side hall. And gunshots.
So yes, Lilith, you wake up and you kind of like stir and look around you, and immediately like your face and chest kind of gets sprayed with blood as the now kneeling paladin's body just has its head chewed off. As Kakkaaz is just tearing away at it. And then you can hear Welburd screaming in the distance.
I'm gonna disengage as a bonus.
Okay.
Move 10. $18,
Hits.
13,
Alright. Hits.
16, 17.
He dead.
That's 30 points of damage.
Yeah, they both had 19 before Kakkaaz attacked, so it was like, I know they're probably both going to die soon.
Just fucking.
This kid's gonna go. Are they dead? Are y'all dead? What's happening?
Thing that hit me.
Welburd is still shooting over there at the body.
Die!
Literally, it's just like, is everything alright?
Welburd, use up a point of ammo.
Fuck. No. Why?
Because it's worth it for you just blasting the enemy bodies to pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cautiously go up the stairs. Are we out of combat right now?
Seems like the enemies are all dead.
Okay.
One of them's getting eaten.
I'm gonna go up the stairs like, is everybody okay? And he's shaken, because this is his first, fight. And so he's paler, and he just sees you chomping down on this tin man, and just immediately just vomits.
Kakkaaz looks up, a wild-eyed look at his eyes, his muzzle just covered in blood. Then he goes back to eating. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, well, Lilith reaches down, lifts up the paladin's cape.
Is what?
Is he wearing a cape?
Yes, he is.
Okay, she reaches down, picks it up, and offers it to Kakkaaz. It's a napkin.
He'll probably take it after he's done just completely munching this guy's brains and innards.
I'll be over here picking apart and taking what I can off the mutilated corpse.
Yep. Alright, so what you can get off of these guys for sure...
Blood.
Well, yes, but 27 gold coins on them, spread between the four in their purses.
How many would this guy have?
I mean, you just split them evenly for them. Four-way split. Just like any loot.
But
I know.
Splitting. But yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
I'm not going to separate it out by person, because then one of them would have 1 gold. They weren't exceptionally wealthy, obviously. But between them, they had each... The one that you were picking at had a longsword and a heavy crossbow, with 1 point of ammunition for the crossbow. He also had a shield that seems to be mirrored. And a now just shredded suit of chainmail. Like, imagine a suit of chainmail after you unload a lot of bullets into it.
Yeah.
The paladin had a great sword, a suit of now torn up plate, and that's it. That's all he owned. Other than the clothes on his back. The cleric had a mace and a shield, nothing special about them. Some busted chainmail. Or not a chainmail, a chain shirt. Not full chain like the fighter had. And... 1 potion of healing. On the cleric. He probably intended to use after getting up from his resurrection thing. Didn't get a chance.
I could use the potion.
You could all use the potion. You're all pretty beat up right now. But
I think we should give it to Lilith.
Can I use my herbalism kit to do anything for Lilith?
You do have the medicines proficiency, right?
Yes.
Then yeah, you can go ahead and try to treat her. Just kind of keep her from bleeding out and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move over to use, you got very hurt in that fight. Here, let me see if I can do anything.
And the last one was the mage. He just had a staff, a robe, and a spellbook.
Ooh, I would love the spellbook. Maybe the staff.
I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna start chopping off heads of these guys, or at least what's left of the paladins.
Yeah, you guys will gather up the bodies.
Kind of like trophies to show to the Reeve.
Yeah, you need proof that you took them out.
The remainder of the skull of this paladin.
Skull fragments.
Wishbone?
Each of them also had a pendant on, with a bird icon.
Yes.
That'd probably be a good token for the Reeve. It's like, yeah.
Actually, those would go to the Morningstar Guild because that's proof of their cultism.
That's true. True. Yeah, I can do that since I'm an affiliate. I'll take the pendants.
Because all matters dealing with cults and old god worship are legally the purview of the Morningstar Guild. The government of the Human Kingdom does not deal with that.
Yeah.
Do y'all mind if I take that spell book? I might learn a few things from it.
It's just paper. Ask
Hmm.
Lily. Lily's got an interest in that stuff.
You are the only wizard.
Indeed, but he's a wizard. He can make better use of it.
Kakkaaz is currently doing about the only real overtly civilized thing he's probably done this entire time, and is kind of messily wiping his maw off with the dude's cape. More for insult to injury than anything else, but hey.
Yeah. And as you're done with that, of course, the doors kind of just swing themselves closed.
Well, we should probably get out of here in case that means that this whole place is going to blow.
Wait. This is the shortest one we've ever had.
Shortest what?
what we came here for.
I mean, yeah, but we didn't run into any, like, dangerous traps or holes, or I should stop speaking.
To be fair,
Spiders.
I do think that those four were pretty dangerous.
Roll Constitution saves.
Oh, shit.
Just what you've been standing in this whole time, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow, none of you get anything. None of you have ash lung. That's probably good. But you still feel sick, and your desire to leave is exacerbated.
But if nobody minds, I'm gonna grab the mage's robes, staff, and book.
Yep. The staff and robes don't have anything special about them, but the spellbook is definitely magical.
Okay.
But if you
I'll
want to
take
write
the
that
book.
down, you can go ahead and just write them in your treasure section somewhere or something. Put Lumen Mage's... That's what he was called, a Lumen Mage, so... Lumen Mage's spellbook.
Okay, I'll put that into, hold on.
On the bio page, there's a section down at the bottom that just says treasure. It's a nice open box, you can put a lot of stuff there.
Okay. Cool.
And eventually you can take the time to start, like, transferring spells to hit from his spellbook to yours.
I didn't hear or see anything.
Hmm?
I said I didn't hear or see anything that Lilith would want.
Yeah, I mean, other than the spellbook and the money, there's not a lot of fancy stuff on these guys.
Yeah.
Just weapons.
Weapons. Woohoo.
So, does the mirrored shield have any, like, symbols or anything on it? Or is it just, like, straight, like, just mirrored shield on it?
It's a mirrored sheen.
I'm taking that.
Yeah.
It's shiny. I really like shiny.
Alright, and you guys head back out and deliver these to the Reeve.
Yes.
You each receive 50 gold coins for the bounty for killing these guys from the Baron himself.
Sweet.
How did we end up splitting up their 27?
The gold.
There's 27, and there's 4 of you, so... It doesn't quite evenly split.
Well, somebody gets a 1 gold finder's fee.
Yeah, everybody gets 6, and then one person gets 7.
I'll take it.
Of course.
Welburd Greed, man. Takes the 1 point.
Yeah. Yeah.
That still leaves 2 gold. Which I can see all 3 of those going to Welburd.
I mean, or you could have all of you, but Skigetru take 1 more. Because he would be like, oh no, it's fine, you have it anyway.
Sure.
It's basically one of you doesn't get a 7th gold piece.
Lilith's okay with 6.
Alright.
Gold.
Be fine with 6. In fact, here, I didn't take too much from that fight, unfortunately, because I'm new at this, so here, Welburd, you have 1 more. I'll take 5
thank you.
instead.
You know what, Skig? You gonna come with me? I'm gonna show you the town.
Really?
Yeah, after we finish the stuff, I'll show you around.
Oh, well, that's nice of you. Thank you.
Show you all the best girls. I think I know some that would, be really infatuated with you.
And as soon as you say girls, just Skig gets a bright red
His fur stands on
just
him.
around his face. It's like, oh, it's been a while.
That's how I just imagine it, the beard and everything all just kind of fluffs out.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know if I'm exactly clean enough for it. I'm a bit dirtied up, as you see.
That is fine, I've been worse.
Right, well, alright, well, if you say so, I'll join you. I trust you.
You did put the naughty die in the bin for my botch,
Yep.
did you? Gotcha. Completely
So
skipped my
many.
mind.
Oh, this was a good session for the Naughty Dice Pin, honestly. Especially after it just exploded and you've half filled it again already.
Yeah.
And the enemies didn't botch at all. They got 2 crits throughout the session.
No.
I got a lot of 20s today.
Tank mode
Like-
engage.
Yeah. I got like 3 or 4 20s.
Alright, the only other big thing that happens is you guys return those emblems to the guild hall,
Yes.
and because they know you, well, they won't actually give you the money directly to send everybody. They'll give you your pay of it, but they'll send the rest to everyone else. So everybody gets another 20 gold for those emblems.
Oh, yay.
Yay.
And that pretty much brings us to the end of this particular session, but that's the season finale for that. This was Into the Ashwell episode 12, Burn Bitch Burn.
Perfect.
But the other big thing that's going to happen is, for people that are interested in a side session, you will now have a summons to go see the Baron in Season 2.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Because you've worked for him directly this time, so...
Well, first day in town, I'm already making waves.
Yeah, look at that. Speaking of making waves... Coming up in Season 2. New arrivals in town.
Yeah.
A ship has landed near in the docks offshore by the shore, and a group has come to town from far-off isles. The Crimson Isle, particularly speaking.
More souls to corrupt.
The people of this island are known, but not well. Like, people know of them, but they don't know what they are or what they look like. But they are known as the Retinue among humans. And a group of them have arrived in town and it is causing quite the stir as they bring the smell of salty sea air with them, stomping into the city.
Fresh meat.
Souls to
Seafood.
corrupt.
One
What?
sec.
Corruption only adds to the flavor.
And we'll get a quick sneak peek at what a retinol is.
Oh,
Shark
oh
bait.
dear.
Ooh, ha, ha.
That's a lot of teeth.
Yeah.
Teeth and anger and blood.
They don't seem very nice.
That one's a pirate.
I'm sure they just misunderstood.
Yarr.
But yes, things to look forward to in Season 2. The Retinal have come to town. They are 3 new player races for anybody new that joins up after that point. Possibly could play one.
Oh.
They are nasty and completely new homebrew species for the Ashwell setting. The first of their kind. Other than that, I want to do. We're still planning to do our post-season roundup kind of roundtable thing with as many of the members we can get to talk about it. What we want to see in season 2. Talk about some of the changes that are going to be coming, which we did implement in this session for people that have listened to more. You'll notice that we didn't do vendoring during the session. We did that pre-session. We decided to cut it from the video simply because it's just kind of boring. Because we don't roleplay it out because that would take too long. So we just cut it out of the sessions, and we're thinking about a couple of different ways of handling that in the future to try and make the sessions a little shorter and more digestible as videos.
I've got another crown.
And Welburd has 2 crowns now. We still need to get that side session done at some point.
We do, yeah. We're always here. It's like, we'll just do it sometime.
Mm-hmm. But now that we're kind of wrapping up, what did you guys think?
It was certainly different fighting more, like, PC-like enemies.
Delicious.
I was petrified the whole time. I was panicking. No, it was good. It was good. I haven't been in a campaign where it's been like, oh, yeah, you're going to die if you don't do this right. So that was fun.
Yes, welcome to the Ashwell. That's exactly what this is.
To be fair, it's more digestible in a one-shot setting.
Yeah, it's true. But this was good. I liked it a lot.
Glad you had fun. I mean, it's kind of funny that you came in literally on the tail end of the first season now at this point.
Yep.
Yeah,
So this was a big episode
excellent
for
addition
everything.
too. I mean, it's a nice character you figured out.
Yeah, you've done well with it. I like what you're doing.
Yep.
Guys,
Thank you.
It's
guys,
amusing. Good.
I just realized that by my actions, like, unknowingly, I fulfilled the fucking tarot cards
Yeah.
of being the emotional connection and like the hardened veteran guiding him. Fuck.
He's my new friend.
Also, you all have completed a session, so you get 1 karma each. Good karma.
Yay.
Skigatru gets 2
Yay.
because of tarot cards. Yes, the tarot cards have mechanics. Use them, people. They're fun. I have to figure out exactly what each card's going to do eventually. I haven't laid them all out, but it's fun to actually work them into the session in a way that's like, yeah, it's mostly there for fluff and for people that want to play with it, but also there's something there for it. What was the one that you did the other day, Verdun? I can't remember what it did in the other session. It never came up, but there was a buff that you got because of it.
I don't think it was me that got it.
Maybe it wasn't you.
I think it was someone else. I can't remember exactly who.
I don't remember either, but I know somebody got a buff out of one before, but it just didn't come up in that session.
Yeah.
But we've also faced, the first time you guys have faced true believers, and you just actually you've led to the discovery of members of the Reliques de Lumine, which are a group of cultists that believe in the old gods, especially those that were most abhorred, the Sun God and the Great Betrayer himself.
Don't they know we're anointed? Come on.
Yes, you are. 3 of you.
Well, Lucian's going to be really pissed in this.
I still wanted Lucian to be in episode 11 so he could get anointed.
Honestly. We still have chances.
Oh, it might come up again. That statue's not going anywhere. But next time we play, we'll be on level 2. We'll skip right past level 1. Level 1's done.
Yes. Oh,
Speaking
and I
of level,
fulfilled a goal,
XP.
too.
Oh, yes, experience. Holy crap, we almost forgot.
Yes.
Let me grab my calculator because, oh boy, those guys were not pushovers.
No. I hugged somebody when they did not want it, which is a goal, apparently.
Yeah, you can go ahead and mark one of the... if it's multiple times, yeah, 1 of 3.
What?
Yes, if you complete goals, you get experience bonuses for it, and you have to complete all your goals in order for your character's story to finish. Alright, so the Paladin was a CR5. 5.
Honestly, though, on the last episode, it should have been both like Lucian and Gabriel.
Oh, that would have been cruel,
Yeah.
but also fun.
What is considered high CR?
Not 5.
Okay.
Like, that'll be boss level monsters. Like, the statue would have been one, but you can't really eat a statue.
No. Sadly. Just like, damn it!
You'll get your chance eventually. The Lumen Mage, CR6, but had less HP because mage.
Rift, your goals are actually achievable reasonably.
You poor bastard.
Someday.
Hey,
Probably
I
not.
get to play Welburd, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's true.
It's worth it.
Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's fine.
It'll happen.
Skipped right past the cleric.
Just remember, guys, if I ever finish up with Welburd, I'm sure I'll move on to something equally bad.
What was the last one? The Knight.
Oh, I have ideas of what you'd move on to.
Funny enough, the last one to die was the weakest of the bunch. The Knight was the weakest of them.
Yeah, you said he was a fighter, and it's just like, geez, this guy's weak. A fighter?
He was lower level than the rest.
Yeah, you could tell.
Alright, you all gained 1,650 experience.
Woo!
I bet Lilith leveled up.
Yes, she did.
Because she was what, like, how short? 20 or something like that?
She was 352.
Yeah, which is a drop in the bucket when it comes down to it.
How much experience did we gain?
1,650.
I didn't get to use my new ability this time. I was saving it. Like, the first time I got hit, it was like, I mean, I could use it now, but it's only like a couple points.
Which means
So
Lilith
close.
passed another goal. Yay.
Gain a level, yeah.
I'm getting so close!
Which you don't get an experience boost for gaining a level.
Right.
That would be weird.
I already got
You gained experience! Gain experience!
You have gained the level. You gain more experience. Wait, what?
I mean, I wouldn't say no.
Ah, that was a good session, though. That was a tough fight, too. Like, I wasn't sure how that was going to end for you guys. Like, if it wasn't for the tomb, you probably would have died.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know I
Yeah.
would have. And I was just like...
I'm so glad it came up finally, too, because that ability is so niche. I was like, I'm not sure if this is going to be useful, but it's such a, like, boom, tank mode.
Mm-hmm.
I so wanted to have the Crown of Thorns succeed so that I could have the knight beat up on the mage.
Oh, yeah, with Crown of Madness, that would have been beautiful.
It's just like, Warlock to the rescue!
Question:
Nani?
How much XP bonus for the hugging thing?
You only hugged one person out of 3, right?
No, it's just once. It just
Oh.
says hug someone when they do not want it. There wasn't a 0 out of 3. There is a 1 from a learn new spells though.
Okay, so you get 1,000 experience for hugging a person when they didn't want it. There you go.
Yay!
Woo!
Experience buffs. And that's one of your goals completed. When you complete all your goals, your character story finishes, and we do like a little side session where your character is like, I don't need to be here anymore. Fuck this place.
Fuck
Gotcha.
this shit, I'm out. Mm-mm.
Because that's the reason, that's one of the things of Ashwell. No sane person goes there. That place is madness and bad. Nobody goes there unless they have a very good reason.
Yeah, Skig is probably just like, I don't know if this was a good idea.
I don't know how I feel about this anymore.
It's like, I just saw like a giant gnoll person eat a dude's head off. Like, I'm a bugbear, but even still, that's kind of,
That's wisdom. It's good that you weren't there. Like, at least the paladins and them cleaned up the mess from last session, because there was just a heap of civilian bodies in a corner
Yeah.
Oh.
that had been flayed and used as, like, ink.
Honestly, I think that this was a wonderful like lineup of first session for you, Koros. Like things just
Yeah.
lined up so well.
Oh, no.
You've got, like... So, you see, we all still maintain our status as far as, like, you know, who's been in the most sessions over who.
Mm-hmm.
What is it, like, Verdun and Flynt and then me?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was just, I was like, oh, fireball. Oh, wait. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit, okay, I've got to think like
If it wasn't for the fact that the cleric decided to go for buffing spells that turn, they could have both, because one of his domain spells is fireball, so they could have both fireball.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
But I was like, okay, so I should probably not do mage armor right now, because I just don't want to get hit right now. I just don't, like, because that would have put me up to a 15, so I was like, okay, so invis time.
Time to run.
And just run until they focus on somebody else.
That's how you do it. That's how I survive.
I was like, I forgot. Oh yeah, wizards. Right.
Yeah.
Just run and shoot. Run and shoot.
Yeah, which isn't true of all wizards in this setting, but yeah, Skigitru is definitely not a combat wizard. His spells are more focused towards, like, support and debuffs and buffs and, like, weird stuff.
I was like, I have counter spell, I have magic missile, color spray, and grease, and acid splash, and that's it for combat.
Honestly, counterspell is probably one of the best spells you have.
It's true.
It's
It really
so
is.
useful.
Enemy spellcasters are a bad time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But now you know for future reference to try and keep yourself in line of sight of the enemy casters,
Yeah.
so you can counterspell.
Yep.
But alright, we'll get wrapping up on here. That was a fun session. I'm glad you guys joined us. I hope the folks listening will join us next time. This is, like, as I said, has been Ashwell episode 12. Burn Bitch Burn, the finale of Season 1. Season 2 will be coming in a couple months. Ish. We'll figure it out when we get to it. But, for that, until next time, keep your torches lit, delve deep, and have fun.
Later!